Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. 3 Grant County youths were injured, 2 of them critically, at a one-car wreck Saturday near the town of Heartline. The final stages of an interior refresh will temporarily close the Brewster Public Library this week. Big weather changes are on the way with rain, thunderstorms, and much cooler temperatures ahead. A Cle Elum man was killed yesterday morning when the truck he was driving collided with another vehicle on State Route 903 near Cle Elum High School. According to the Washington State Patrol, 86-year-old Anthony E. Vizzoni was driving southbound in a 1988 Chevrolet pickup when the truck crossed the center line and struck head-on a 2019 Honda CR-V, which was driven by 71-year-old Eileen O. Bowe of Ellensburg. Vizzoni, who was not wearing a seatbelt, was pronounced dead at the scene. Bowe and a passenger in that Honda, 73-year-old Timothy F. Bowe, also from Ellensburg, were not injured. The accident occurred just after 10:30 a.m. and State Route 903 was closed for 2 hours. The cause of the accident is under investigation. Chelan County Sheriff's investigators on Friday said they've identified the woman killed 1 day earlier in a train collision in central Cashmere. Under Sheriff Dan Osmond said in a press release the victim was Melinda I. Smith, 31 years old, of Cashmere. The eastbound Burlington Northern Santa Fe train struck Smith on the tracks between North Division and Maple Street about 11:55 a.m. on Thursday. She was declared dead at the scene. The subsequent investigation kept rail crossings closed throughout Cashmere for about 2.5 hours. Osmond said the circumstances leading up to the fatal collision are still under investigation. He said a BNSF employee who reported the accident said Smith had been standing on the train tracks just east of the Division Street crossing when she was struck. 3 Grant County teenagers were injured, 2 of them critically, at a one-car wreck Saturday near the town of Heartline. Sheriff's deputies say about 7:30 p.m., a 16-year-old Heartline boy was driving a 2002 Volkswagen Jetta south in the 46,000 block of Road V Northeast. It's about 6 miles northeast of town. The Jetta veered left of the center line and then crashed on the western shoulder after the driver overcorrected. The vehicle rolled and came to rest on its passenger side, blocking the road. One passenger, another 16-year-old boy, was ejected, but he and the remaining passenger, a 17-year-old from Cooley Dam, suffered critical injuries and were airlifted to Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center in Spokane. Investigators believe the vehicle was speeding at the time of the collision. They said there were no signs of impaired driving. A new wildfire start in southern Okanogan County was contained not long after it broke out on Saturday. The Arbuckle fire was reported along Highway 97 between Wells Dam and Pateras about 2:30 p.m. Authorities said it reached a maximum extent of about 125 acres, burning in grass and brush before it was fully encircled. Multiple airdrops helped to slow the spread of the flames. When we come back, Chelan County prosecutors will ask the state Supreme Court whether they can hold a second trial for a Cashmere man previously tried for rape. And the ENIAT Makers Market is happening the first Saturday of every month, now through October. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Pybus Public Market is on the move to make parking, dining, shopping, and events an even better experience for our community. Check out the progress that has already been made towards the revitalization. The West Side project is well on its way, but we need your help to get over the finish line. All donations are greatly appreciated and can be made online at our website or in person at the business office. We want to thank those who have already partnered with us. You are helping make the place we love a better place for our community to meet. Enjoy the sounds of summer from your very own pool and spa. Blue Lagoon is now scheduling pool installations for this summer. Call today to schedule a free consultation for a custom San Juan fiberglass pool. And let the experts at Blue Lagoon handle the construction, installation, and regular maintenance. Turn your boring backyard into vacation paradise this summer with industry-leading San Juan pool. No need to go off the deep end. Relax knowing you're in great hands with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa.
Chelan County prosecutors will ask the state Supreme Court whether they can hold a second trial for a Cashmere man previously tried for rape. In July, the Washington Court of Appeals ruled that 25-year-old Blake Badgley could not be tried a second time for a sexual assault charge after a jury in 2021 acquitted him on one third-degree rape count, but deadlocked on a related charge of second-degree rape. In a notice filed Friday, Chelan County says the appellate decision conflicts with previous Supreme Court opinions about double jeopardy. No decision has yet been made on whether the High Court will take the case. The final stages of an interior refresh will temporarily close the Brewster Public Library this week. North Central Washington Libraries identified the library as a prototype location for their Reimagining Spaces project, which had the goal to create a welcoming space for all. After working with the Brewster community, staff found they were in need of improved entry to the building and traffic flow throughout, updated furniture and seating areas, and a family zone, also quiet workspace in a private staff area. The last day of service will be tomorrow, August 29th, and the library will be closed beginning Wednesday, August 30th. During the closure, patrons can receive holds through the mail order library service. You may check out and return materials at any NCW Libraries location and access library materials at any time at ncwlibraries.com. Did you know that the Entiat Makers Market is happening the first Saturday of every month now through October? Lovers of all things artisanal need to be sure to stop by for a wide variety of creative and handmade products. The next market day will be September 2nd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at its new location at Kiwanis Park. Entertainment will be provided by Elbow the Clown, and Allie Pittsinger will be giving a special vocal performance. Expect food courtesy of the high-end food truck and D's Beans. Don't miss out on the fun chance to support local artists in the Entiat area. Coming up next, coming off a second-place finish at a national competition, mariachi students at Wenatchee High School are back at camp. We'll tell you more in tonight's feature story. Rain, thunderstorms, and much cooler weather coming our way overnight and tomorrow. All the weather details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
We're turning up the heat with the hottest deals of the year. Right now, during the hot summer clearance sale, only at Click It RV. #1 in sales and service. The best RV brands. Over 1,000 to choose from. And the best deals of the year on remaining 2023 model year-end clearance with incredible 30% off. Brand new RVs discounted up to 30%. Save thousands. Plus, no payments until 2024. During the hot summer clearance sale, now only at Click It RV. 5 Superstore locations. Hurry in today.
Hi everybody, Dan Kuntz alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. We're switching from the cold of winter to the heat of summer. That can put a lot of stress in your HVAC unit.
Yeah, it really can, Dan. I would recommend that you get a maintenance. It can catch any potential problems that you might have during the peak of summer. And it's just a good idea to do on all season changes.
Great idea, good advice. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
In tonight's feature story, coming off a second-place finish at a national competition, mariachi students at Wenatchee High School are back at camp. Last Friday, Mariachi Wenatchee culminated a 2-week camp that gets the kids into gear for a year of performances ahead. Together with their director and clinicians from Los Angeles, the young musicians work on theory and technique. Mariachi director Eduardo Cortez Solorio, who is a graduate of Wenatchee High School himself, discussed the camp program and this summer's big second-place finish.
The camp is really just kind of get the kids back into playing. This week, a big focus of ours has been really the foundation, kind of a little bit of theory, what goes into transposing a song from a certain key to another key. The last few years, we have been putting on this summer camp, kind of kicking off the school year. We hold 2 weeks, 1 week with myself and the students, and the second week we bring in a few clinicians from the LA area to work with the kids. We meet every other day, all of our classes here at Wenatchee High School. We are, consistently practicing the music, we're practicing the lyrics, we're practicing how we present ourselves on stage, and when we're performing out in the community, a lot of it is just really, smiling, really enjoying ourselves, because we are playing, most of us, I would say 95% of the students are Mexican or Latino, so it's really part of our culture. For me, it's, I grew up, my family listening to mariachi, so when I'm up there performing, it's happy music, it's folk music, so we're really representing our culture, and that's something to be proud of, and I think that kind of goes into the performing. For a lot of our students, Mariachi Wenatchee is the goal from middle school, and we perform all over the state. Just this summer, we traveled to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where we attended a mariachi conference, and we were a part of the competition. We placed second in the high school category, which was awesome. All the students really were happy. I think it just meant a lot to them to be recognized and place at a national level. It was a goal of mine to give the students this experience of attending a mariachi conference. We have our own conference here, the Mariachi Northwest Festival, and I think attending a conference outside of the norm of what we know was really beneficial to them, because they get to see another side of mariachi.
Time for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great weekend and a great Monday. We tied a record high on Sunday yesterday at 96 degrees. Boy, we are awfully close out there again today. A hot one with all the blue skies. It was a little bit hazy, a hazy sunshine today. Didn't keep our temperature down much though, and our air quality stayed between good and moderate throughout most of the day, so a little bit deceiving, but you could definitely smell that wildfire smoke out there. Big changes headed our way overnight tonight. We could see showers developing and maybe even thunderstorms with frequent lightning, damaging winds, maybe some large hail in spots, as well as some downpours, and that would happen overnight tonight. You might hear the rumble of thunder overnight, and then as we get into Tuesday, boy, that's when we're really going to see the changes. Heavy rain is possible, and we are talking north central and northeast Washington. We could get between 3/4 and 1.5 inches of rain, and as far as our viewing area goes, you folks to the north up around Omak, also maybe Waterville even, will catch most of that heavier rain. Could see some localized flooding as we get into tomorrow afternoon. So a lot's going to change as we get into your Tuesday forecast. Today, a hot one. We might even have to click that up a little bit. 98 unofficially. 99 is our record high, and that was set in 1972. I have a feeling the Weather Service will bump that up, and we'll probably tie a record high for the second day in a row. 83 now is our normal high temperature for this time of year. 68 our low this morning, 58 is normal, and 45 our record low. That was set in 2010. Sunrise now 6:14 a.m. and it sets tonight at 7:49. All right, big change in our temperatures as we get you into Tuesday. 81 for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. We are talking a 20-degree cool down as we get into Tuesday. 80 in Entiat, Chelan 82, warm spot Omak at 84, and only 78 degrees. The high temperature tomorrow in Leavenworth. Remember, it's going to be a wet one with all kinds of weather tomorrow. Tonight, overnight showers will develop. Here's an area of low pressure, but this is really our weather maker just off the coast, bringing in just a shield of clouds tonight, but overnight we'll see some of those showers develop. And then by tomorrow, let's take you through the day. Here's your morning commute. Could see showers, downpours, and lightning. This will be our early afternoon hours, and then by 4 or 5 in the afternoon, not much is going to change. We're going to see cooler temperatures too, with highs only around 80 degrees tomorrow. For Wednesday, cloudy, scattered showers. That area of low pressure kind of slides through into Canada. Maybe some leftover showers, especially in the Cascades for Wednesday. But boy, is it going to be cool with high temperatures only in the mid-70s on Wednesday. And then for Thursday, look at this area of rain showers. This is in the morning, also afternoon hours. It looks like rain is likely for Thursday. And man, we are going to stay on the cool sides. Barely getting over 70 degrees for a high temperature Thursday, back into the 50s in parts of the Cascades for Thursday. And then on Friday, mostly cloudy skies. We will see maybe an isolated shower or two on Friday. I think most of that will be to our southwest. We will see a bit of a warm up on Friday with highs in the mid to upper 70s. And then for the weekend, things look pretty nice for our Labor Day weekend. Partly cloudy on Saturday. It will be warmer. High temperatures then into the mid-80s, some Cascade Mountain showers on Saturday, and that warm up will continue on Sunday with partly cloudy skies again. We'll call it seasonal high temperatures with a big area of high pressure once again out in the Pacific. By the end of our forecast and the end of our weekend, we're talking highs in the low to mid-80s. Take a look at your 7-day forecast. 67 overnight tonight, showers and thunderstorms developing overnight, and that will be our day for Tuesday. Much cooler too, with highs only around 80. Maybe some showers on Wednesday, mainly in the morning, and 74. And boy, it looks like a rainy day for Thursday too. Cloudy skies, rain likely in 71. Isolated showers for Friday and 77. And then this weekend, really not too bad. Partly cloudy skies for our Labor Day weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, with highs in the low to mid 80s. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Continental Surf Cup at Lakeside Surf. Oh my God.
The Seattle Mariners are in first place in the American League West after sweeping Kansas City over the weekend. The last time Seattle stood atop the division alone this late in the season was August 24th of 2003, 20 years ago. The Mariners went into the weekend tied with Texas in first place in the AL West, but a sweep of Kansas City combined with the Rangers' total collapse Sunday in Minnesota has vaulted Seattle atop the standings. Sunday's recipe for success started with stellar pitching from Luis Castillo and home runs from Seattle's two hottest hitters, Teoscar Hernandez and Julio Rodriguez.
Solo home run and hit that.
Away center field. Gets and carried. Goodbye! Tayo with another home run, and the Mariners have a 1-0 lead. The man is on fire! Home run number 22, RBI number 76.
There's Julio. Single
right past the left ear of the pitcher. Here's a drive deep to left, headed for the pen. Goodbye, Julio! Two-run shot. Mariners have a 3-0 lead. Home run number 23 for the big man. 2 more RBIs. He's got 84 and his 51st of his career. Hey now!
Exit velo at 105, 400 feet away. I think they're having some fun in that dugout.
Hit on the button. Oh, yeah, what a catch! Tom Canzone, everybody!
That's on everybody's highlight reel. Yeah, Luis likes it. What a great play. I didn't think he was going to get to it. He was slicing away from him.
Exactly, and I don't think he did, and that's why he dove.
Yeah.
That saved his bacon. I think the first step hurt him, and he knew it. That is a wonderful reaction.
The no-fly zone loves it.
The 1-1. Velasquez skies it pretty deep to right field. Canzone turns around, looks up, it's out of here. Nelson Velasquez hits an opposite field shot. A 2-run homer that brings the Royals within 1.
Thing he can get the barrel to. The 0-2 from Topa one more time. Struck him out! Big moment! Andres Munoz, the 0-2 to Messi. Breaking ball got out! The Mariners on first place! 3-2 final. They sweep Kansas City. What a victory! Mooney comes in and strikes out the side. The winner is Luis Castillo. Picks up his 11th victory. Julio a 2-run shot. Teo with the home run. The Mariners are the hottest thing in baseball, everybody.
Root Sports Northwest Jen Mueller shared the news after the ball game that Seattle was in first place.
I'm going to do some scoreboard watching. Texas lost. The Seattle Mariners are in first place in the AL West.
We just got to keep on going. It's not over here. It's not over yet. We're going to need your energy. Keep bringing the energy to this ballpark, and let's keep on riding this. I'm going to keep it right there. I'm going to keep it right there. I'm going to keep it right there.
Manager Scott Service says they can't be scoreboard watching and need to focus on the game in front of them. On Sunday, it was a 1-hit 7-inning performance by Castillo.
Again, Luis Castillo, he's on a roll. It's been awesome to watch him go out and do it, every 5th day, every time he takes the ball. And today he was as sharp as he's been in quite some time. So, when you're starting pitching, is that consistent? You're going to be in a lot of games. We certainly are offensively. We did some awesome things yesterday. When you score that many runs, you're always a little fearful. Okay, did we leave any in the tank for today? But I really have to credit their starter. I thought Marsh threw the ball extremely well. He had a good fastball, some really good breaking pitches. It's the best we've seen him. And, we didn't do a whole lot other than the 2 guys that are smoking hot for us. The key play in the game was Gino's play. There in the 8th inning, I don't know how he caught it. Coming from off a left-handed bat to your backhand side and almost turned it into a double play. And then, we got huge outs from Topa today, and Munoz was sharp at the end. Munoz was much better today. In command, in control of his emotions, executing pitches. Our offense has been on a nice roll, and we continue to get better there. So that's where the focus needs to continue to be. We'll stay away from the scoreboard watching for right now. But it's what baseball's supposed to be like. It's a Sunday game. The place is packed. The fans are into it. Every pitch, they understand where we're at in the season, and it's, our guys are having a blast right now.
Seattle welcomes Oakland to town tonight for the first of 3 games at 6:40 on Root Sports Northwest. Texas, meanwhile, squandered a 5-run lead to the Twins, gave up a game-time run at the bottom of the 9th, only to eventually fall in 13 innings Sunday, 7-6. The loss dropped Texas into second-place tie with Houston, a game back of Seattle. The Astros, meanwhile, pummeled Detroit 17-4 with 25 hits, including 4 home runs. Rafael Ortega's RBI single in the bottom of the 9th gave the Mets a walk-off win over the Angels 3-2. Oakland comes to Seattle after falling to the White Sox in Chicago on Sunday 6-1, mustering just 2 hits in the ballgame. Now, even though Seattle is in first place in the AL West for the first time, for the time being anyway, it's a good idea to keep an eye on what's happening with the wild card chase. Tampa Bay remains the top spot after a 7-4 win over the Yankees yesterday. The Rays have a 6-game advantage in the chase over everybody else. Toronto fell in 11 innings to Cleveland and remained 2.5 games back of Texas and Houston. Boston is 4.5 back after a 7-4 loss to the the Dodgers. In other sports news, the Seahawks finished preseason 2-1 after a 19-15 loss to the Packers in Green Bay on Saturday. Drew Lock threw for a touchdown pass to Jake Bobo, and Sir Roderick Thompson ran for another. In the preseason finale, Coach Pete Carroll is pleased how camp went and excited to get on to the regular season in a couple of weeks.
What I'm really pleased about and I love about these guys is it doesn't matter who's out there. They play their tails off, and we're getting terrific effort up front on offense, up front on defense from our guys, regardless of who's out there. And we fight all the way throughout whatever the opportunity presents to us. Holton's trying to bring them down to win the football game right there at the end. We all thinking we're going to win. And the mentality of that is in this locker room is special. It's strong. It's together. And I couldn't be more pleased with it. As we get to this weekend, you think about, okay, here comes the change in the roster and all that. 69 of these players are going to be with us, and that's a bunch of guys in this locker room right here going to stay with us. And there'll be some changes. There are always some, but the bulk of these guys are going to be with us. And I love that because these guys are connected, and they know how we play, what we expect, how we prepare, how we talk about our challenges and all of that. And that's going to only make us better as we go through the start of the season coming up. So I feel really good where we are right now. We've had a great camp.
Jake Bobo continued to impress during the preseason, catching his second touchdown pass on Saturday. The undrafted free agent out of UCLA has received a ton of support from fans on social media.
Been really cool for me, been really cool for my family and friends to kind of just see some of that. So I'm very grateful. I'm honored to have some of the 12s jump on the Bobo bandwagon a little bit. So that's been really cool to see. And like I said, I'm honored that folks think I'm worthy of their praise.
Drew Lock finishes the preseason with 450 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. He says he feels confident if called upon if Geno Smith goes down.
Said it way too many times, but with limited reps last year, I was looking forward to this preseason. I knew that I was going to get a lot of reps in this, and just wanted to show not only the players on the team, but also myself that, I can go out there and do this. And I'm confident in who I am as a quarterback, and, I'm excited with the way the plays and the drives over this whole combined preseason. I'm excited with the way they went, and, I feel confident going into the season that if anything were to happen, I'd be ready to roll.
Seattle waived 7 players on Sunday, have to cut more before tomorrow's deadline to establish a 53-man roster. Another 16 players will be added back on Wednesday on the practice squad. Seattle's first regular season game is at home against the Rams on September 10th, 1:25 in the afternoon. It'll be broadcast on Fox. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Monday.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, we welcome a brand new school year with a brand new superintendent of the Wenatchee School District. Corey Callahar will be joining me. We're talking all things Wenatchee School District, and we're kicking off a new year with excitement and mirth.
Absolutely. We are super excited to have all of our students return. We've had our teachers come back. We've had all of our buildings are ready. They're spotless. Our buses are pumped. We just need the kids. So we're excited to see you on the 29th, and thank you for sharing your children with us.
And he shaved. Last time I saw you, you had a little thing going on there.
Yeah, we're
I
trying
need
to work
shave
on it
too. I need to get a haircut as well. On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at NCWLIFE.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@NCWLIFE.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us. Have a great night.
I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why we need you. We need people to run camera so I can get back down on the broadcast and talk about what's going on. We pay $75 per event. If it's sports, if it's a parade, if it's Apple Blossom, if it's a Super Oval, $75. If that sounds like some extra good money for you, we'd love you to be part of our team. All you have to do is email me, sports@ncwlife.com. sports@ncwlife.com. In the meantime, I gotta go figure out this camera.